holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
D.D. Westbrook to return from his end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Lance going to put it up right away. They'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Right, 97. Heel, black. Check right. Hurry, hurry.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Black ultra. Yellow, blue. Black, red. Claw red.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
52 blaster. Black rock. Ready.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Up and good for Santoso. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Play action, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd and inches,
Fields. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Fields throwing again.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They snap it to Fields.
This is Smith with the ground. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields.
Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Downfield throw tip, but he still got it.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. Outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
Touchdown, Washington.
Cam Akers with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Commanders have moved out in front.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
Here we go, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So on 4th down, out comes Bradley Pinion to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Pulled in at the 24. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. An impressive punt return of 76 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Commanders 14, 49ers 3. Young Wei Koo set for the kickoff.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
38.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st down, Fields.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's punted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
27 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, Charles, after the first quarter was just complete disaster for them, everything has flipped. I mean, it's 180 degrees in the other direction now here in quarter two.
Championship effort right there. How about them marching almost the length of the field, coming through on their final opportunity to get the win? This is one that this team will remember forever, as well as their fans.
On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Striker, 3-3. Smith, ready.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Come, 10. Ultra. Ready?
Here's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Ready.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, check mega. Set.
Another try after the first down sack.
Lance.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a third and long.
Right, 60. Blue, go. Blue, check. Faster.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
Into into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Ryan Santoso now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Open man downfield is Hill.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Fields on first down.
Smith catches left side.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Again, Fields.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Here's Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. T. Higgins, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
The score, Commanders 28, 49ers 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
To throw again on second down.
Lance. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Trey Hendrickson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now Lance.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. You may hear a few words from his head coach on that decision.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
They're going deep for Hill.
They've got his man complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air.
And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Commanders 35, 49ers 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail.
Let's go now.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
The Lance going to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Desperation time here. Lance.
Forced out to his left.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Montgomery is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, close deal.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't...
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st down, Lance. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
And Lance now to throw.
This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle.
That's good.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Black ultra.
Lance looking to throw it. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 36.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. They're going right back to Pittman.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Lance. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, past the 20.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check back. Claude red. Okay. Blue strike.
Lance going back to the air after the pick-6.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown.
Finding room at midfield. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Right, 97. Heel blue. Check you. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Lance.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Ultra. Check pink. Blaster. Yellow.
Now a play fake. Lance.
He'll buy some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
One tornado. Green jack. Hey, go Fury. Ultra. Go Ultra. Hey, green. White.
Again, it's Lance.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. Red, cycle. Smash.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. But Charles, a lot of happy faces. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Today, it's an AFC North matchup. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Lambeau.
Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Rodgers going to come out throwing.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He sets to fire deep.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by a Kellen Witherspoon.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Pickett.
And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
Well, I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves.
And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And now off to the races, down the right side. The 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Boy, at this point, I don't know what's going on down there. You got guys running one way on the pick-6 now, running the other way to return the blocked extra point.
It's almost like that guy went this way, but the other guy went that way. And guess what? Both of them scored points.
Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
After the pick six, here's Pickett to try again. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
And that's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them. Because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw is Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the slant. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones
taking it in for 2 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Pickett now on 1st down. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Pickett sets up play action.
Throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.